Meanwhile, Nigerian university students under the aegis of National Association of Nigerian Students (NANS) have lived up to their threat to disrupt movement and protest the suspension of academic activities by striking lecturers. Travelers, airport users and motorists using the Ajao Estates Link Road to the international airport were stranded as the students blocked all roads leading to the airport. Meanwhile, security personnel, including the officers of the Nigerian police force, were stationed strategically around the area where the students were protesting. ASUU has been in a tussle with the federal government since February the 14th, bringing educational activities and many government-owned tertiary institutions to a standstill over unmet demands. Our correspondent Abisola Adebayo has the details in this report.
Their demands have not changed. They want the federal government to yield to the demands of the Academic Staff Union of Universities (ASUU) so that academic activities in Nigerian public universities can resume. Many of these protesters have laid siege here as early as 7 o'clock in the morning. Even after the heavy downpour, they are still at the entrance of the Murtala Mohammed International Airport in Lagos, chanting solidarity songs with placards in their hands. For these Nigerian students, they have come to say enough is enough to the closure of public universities in the country for over 7 months.
Someone that's supposed to spend 5 years is now spending 8 years, all because of the fact that federal government has decided or deliberately decided not to fulfill the promise that was made by them.
They have their children in the United States of America, United Kingdom. They don't know what we are passing through. But now we are here to show to them that our future is being toyed with, that our students, they are wasting. And by September 28, they are going to start their campaign. They are not going to have time for us. So that's why we are here to show to the masses and also to call on the international bodies to help us to beg our president so that they can allow us to continue our educational journey.
We have utilized the 3 C's of Aluta. We have consulted, we have consolidated, and now we are confronting. We are going confrontational. And we understand that's the language the government understands most. And that's why we have decided to take the bull by its horn to further press on our demand that enough is enough.
Vividly frustrated, the protesters say they are scared for their future if the unabated strike action is not called off immediately.
The bodies are playing that they want to render us useless, so that when their children came back from abroad, they come and oversee the affairs of Nigeria as they are doing presently now, because our parents are poor. But we are calling on Nigerian citizens to join us in this protest to reopen our school.
We are demanding for an end to ASUU strike. We are demanding for a reformation in the educational sector of Nigeria. We are tired of the dilapidated state of our educational system in this country. So we want a total reformation and we want our students back on campus.
These protests by the Nigerian students have grounded traffic beyond the Murtala Mohammed International Airport. Commuters and travelers are like plying the Ikeja, Oshodi, Apapa route are all stranded as there is no movement of vehicles. You can see them coming out of their vehicles trying to find their way to their destinations on foot.
The students say they have decided to block the entrance to the airport because they want every Nigerian to feel and share in their pain.
We are suffering for something we never knew about, and that is the major reason why we have decided that since we have been suffering for something that we never have an idea of for over 7 months and still counting, we want the world and every other persons that will be plying the expressway and that will be making use of the international airport also to suffer the way we are suffering for something that we never have an idea of, and for them to also understand the pain that we are feeling.
But it seems the stranded commuters and travelers that have been in the traffic for hours do not mind. Instead, they also join the students in the call for an end to the strike action.
It's not proper. I mean, come on. They have suffered enough of a fault that is not theirs. So, what else do you expect them to do? When you push one to the wall, I mean, you expect the person to react.
It's so sad that Nigerian government could leave Nigerian students at home for more than 7 months. This is unacceptable. I personally believe that there's no any budget that is too big for education. I would call on the federal government to, as a matter of fact, call on the ASUU, let them resolve this issue, give them whatever they want. Nigeria has the resources.
The students have also vowed to block the third mainland bridge and ground activities in all the Lagos ports in the coming days to further press home their demands. They say no retreat, no surrender until their demands are met. Abisola Adebayo, TV 360 News.